This may be the wrong video to post at the wrong time, because right now, as I'm recording this audio, the Ottawa Senators are playing themselves a game against the San Jose Sharks. And if you wanted to see the results as to what's going on at the time of me talking into this microphone, I mean, the game's 1-0 San Jose. 10 minutes left to go in the first period? That's gonna change by the time this video is up on YouTube. But the funny part about this is, we're not technically talking about the Ottawa Senators. Instead, we're talking about the baby Sens in the AHL, which means technically we're not interfering with the Sens game by talking about this piece of news on YouTube. The funny part also about this entire thing is that this player is somebody that we have chronicled a ton about in the past. Last time we made a video talking about this guy going over to the Canadiens rookie camp. That was 2 years ago. And now we have ourselves another update that one Tag Bertuzzi has agreed to a professional tryout contract with the Belleville Senators. Now, let's go over to the profile here and talk about Tag Bertuzzi. Why in the world is Lego Rocks making a video about an AHL PTO signing? Well, it's kind of easy to see when you acknowledge who Tag Bertuzzi is and why he's noteworthy. Tag Bertuzzi is, of course, the younger brother of cousin of Tyler Bertuzzi and the son of Todd Bertuzzi. So if you go by the family tree, everybody recognizes that Tyler, the current Toronto Maple Leaf, former Boston Bruin, former Detroit Red Wing, former everything else that he's been a part of. Actually, it's been pretty much just Detroit. But Tyler Bertuzzi made headlines as Todd Bertuzzi's nephew, and so Tyler Bertuzzi's cousin is indeed Tag Bertuzzi, who is the son of course, Todd Bertuzzi, who was one of the best power forwards in the NHL. Funnily enough, Todd Bertuzzi ended his career with the Senators AHL team in 2014-15. Now his son Tag is going over to the same squad this year. Not necessarily the same location, but still the same affiliation. Todd Bertuzzi, if you needed the update, he's 49 years old right now, but in his heyday, man oh man was this guy a monster. 97 points in 82 games played in 02-03, and he was one of the top point-producing guys in the entire league, I'm pretty sure, with his 46 goals and near 100-point season. Yeah, he was top 5 in the entire NHL in overall points, and in terms of goals, he was top 3. So really, I mean, look at that, eh? Milan Hajduk won himself a Rocket Richard trophy. That's kind of nuts when you think about it. But Todd Bertuzzi was indeed a very prestiged power forward in the NHL. Everything kind of came to an end, though, and he never really was the same after the Moore incident, which occurred against the not the Florida Panthers, the Colorado Avalanche. And then he went over to Florida, he went over to Detroit, Anaheim, Calgary, and then eventually Detroit, and then the Binghamton Senators in 14-15. We all recognize the tragic story of what was Bertuzzi and Moore, but Todd's son, Tag, has indeed made himself headlines over the years, too. Tag is 23 years old, 6'1", 220, left-handed guy from Vancouver, BC, Canada. And he has played his junior career in the OHL, splitting time between the Guelph Storm and the Hamilton Bulldogs. He was an undrafted NHL prospect who eventually found himself on a few AHL and ECHL teams. This year, he played with the Tulsa Oilers in the ECHL, getting 3 points in 14 games. Then he got himself 24 points in 30 games with the Reading Royals before having an assist in 8 Hartford Wolfpack games. Now, he has signed a PTO with the Belleville Sens, so we'll see him potentially suit up in practice and maybe make an impact to the point that he can actually be a mainstay AHL guy. He's never really been that in his career. He was bouncing around in even Slovakia as well in that 2020 pandemic season. But if we go over to the Sens article that they wrote about Tag Bertuzzi heading over to their team, let's go out and read this here on the channel. The B-Sens, Belleville Senators, or the Baby Sens, have agreed to a PTO with forward Tag Bertuzzi. They announced today the club has agreed to a professional tryout offer with forward Tag Bertuzzi, the 6'1", 200-pound forward. That's very interesting. It says here he's 200 pounds. It says on Elite Prospects that he is 220. I don't know about you, but 20 pounds is a pretty big difference, so you're going to have to get that sorted out here. The 6'1", 200-pound forward from Vancouver, BC has played most of the season with the Reading Royals in the ECHL, picking up 12 points, 12 goals, and 12 assists. He also dressed in 14 games with the Tulsa Oilers, collecting a goal and 3 assists, and has appeared in 8 games with the AHL's Hartford Wolfpack, collecting 1 assist. Bertuzzi split last season with a pair of ECHL clubs, starting with the Norfolk Admirals before moving to Tulsa. He registered a total of 52 points in 64 games. He also appeared in 1 AHL game with the Charlotte Checkers. The son of longtime NHL power forward Todd, Bertuzzi collected 112 points over 191 OHL games, splitting his junior career between the Guelph Storm, Hamilton Bulldogs, and Flint Firebirds. And then it goes out there and talks about how tickets for the Belleville Sens games are available for the remainder of the 23-24 season. Okay, we don't really need to read that, but it is going to be interesting to see Tag Bertuzzi make himself over to another AHL club. Last time, we talked about this because, hey, he's going over to the Montreal Canadiens rookie camp. That's a pretty big deal. Bertuzzi over to the Habs, is it possible? He went. I don't remember if he was any good, but considering his entire profile afterwards, it doesn't really seem like he made an impact with the Montreal Canadiens. That would have been around this time frame before going over to the ECHL. But seeing Tag Bertuzzi now in another AHL system, hopefully this is going to be a shot for him to make the team. If we go over to the Belleville Senators and see where they are in the standings, see what their overall record is like, let's go to the AHL here and do some research as to where the B Sens are. If, of course, Elite Prospects would actually give us the information. Okay, here it is. Let's go over to the 23-24 standings. Where is our baby Senators teams? I don't know anything about the divisions over here. I'm as blind as a bat. Okay, here you go. The North Division. The Belleville Senators are 3rd overall in their division with a record of 28, 22, and 5 in 55 games played. Now, I believe the AHL season is 74 games. I think that's what it was a few years ago. I don't know if that's still the case here, but if they have about 19 to 20 games remaining, then who knows what Tag Bertuzzi is going to be capable of doing. The Sens actually have a negative goal differential, which is interesting considering they're 3rd in the division, and they have 61 points. Actually, they're tied for 3rd with the Toronto Marlies, who have a better goal differential and the same amount of points. But either way, the Belleville Senators, if you go over to their team and you see who it is producing points, Angus Crookshank has 43 points in 47 games played. Garrett Pylon has 36 points. Igor Sokolov, oh, that's a name that I haven't seen in a while, 34 points. Matthew Highmore is on this team. Oh boy, if Tag Bertuzzi embodies the spirit of his dad, and if he's playing on a line with Matthew freaking Highmore, that is going to be a buzzsaw. Just total nightmare to play against. My gosh, that could be a pretty good match in terms of offensive pairings. Then there also are some other guys that are worth talking about here. Tyler Clevin, Lassie Thompson. I'm very surprised that Lassie Thompson only has 18 points in 53 games played. This guy was one of the better prospects taken in 2019. Tyler Clevin has been impressive ever since his college days. You've got Zach McEwen also suiting up for a few games. Tyler Boucher, 5 points, 21 games played. Oh my, what a not looking all too great draft pick in him, eh? But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to the addition of one Tag Bertuzzi to the Belleville Senators lineup. He's not officially confirmed yet. I mean, it's only a PTO, but whether or not he actually brings himself on and he signs a regular contract with the AHL club, we'll see. Of course, best case scenario would be for Tag Bertuzzi to sign a regular deal with the AHL club, play well enough to get himself an NHL contract, and then make them Ottawa Senators. Would it not be crazy to have Tag Bertuzzi embodying the spirit of Bertuzzi and his father Todd alongside of Brady Tkachuk? That, of course, is a few and far ways between, but the idea is nice. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the baby Senators signing Tag Bertuzzi to a PTO. Of course, the only reason I'm making this video is because we did make a video about him 2 years ago going to the Canadiens, so I thought it'd be funny to go out there and make this one right here too. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Belleville Senators signing Tag Bertuzzi. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.